first, fast, accurate with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Shutt. You're watching WSBT 22 News at 5.
Now, this is what it looked like yesterday in parts of Marshall County. Plymouth alone got more than 2 inches of rain.
And now, as the cleanup begins, some are worried about more rain in the forecast. Fortunately, there are no reports of injuries or any serious damage from that flooding. WSBT 22's Patrick Roth is here. And Patrick, the streets mostly dry right now, but I bet there are a lot of flooded basements.
Yeah, Jennifer, the ground is already pretty soaked from all the rain we got in the past couple of days. So if we get more, it's not like there's a lot of places for it to go. And people in Marshall County are bracing for what comes next. After getting somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 inches in about 24 hours, some parts of Plymouth and Marshall County look like they've turned into a small lake.
Storm drains were overwhelmed and the water backed up until they could get cleared out. And that's what caused some of the selective flooding that occurred in the city of Plymouth.
With the storm drains overwhelmed, streets, parking lots, basements, and yards all became victims.
I could just hear the water just dripping down like through my basement. And thankfully, we have a sump that was, carrying all the water right to it. But it's soaked right through my area rug, and I've just never seen it so bad.
The good news is, as you can see around me, the streets are pretty much dried out and there's not much standing water. Bad news is now that there's more rain in the forecast, there's another concern: river flooding.
I don't foresee a river flood, but you just never know. I mean, the way the weather is, recently it could happen, and you get 2.5, 3 inches in an hour and a half, then we're back right in that stage. So.
Well, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it, but the river levels are not at this stage right now where I'm real concerned about it, at least for the yellow.
Now that's the real good news. Right now, the river flooding is not expected to be an issue. It's expected to peak around tomorrow at around 12 feet, but that's very minor. It doesn't even reach flood stage until it reaches 13 feet, and even that is a very minor stage.
I mean, you think about the past problems that Plymouth has had, certainly had river flooding before, but you think back to flash flooding problems. I don't recall any of those problems in the past there.
Yeah, it's really not that common for that area. In fact, when I talked to the director of emergency management, he said this is actually a kind of pretty freak thing, but it does go to show you need to take these flash flood warnings seriously.
Yeah, it can happen. All right, Patrick, thanks very much.